Confirm me once, please. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now see, we was discussing about the cloud here, right? What we was discussing about the GCP here. Some of the thing we discussed in the last class. What we discussed, we have a PPT prepared here. So we discussed some of the basic thing related to cloud. We need to understand, as I said, cloud came in 2008 with the app engine. Then afterward, we understood what is a IaaS, infrastructure as a services, platform as a services, software as a services. What is the advantage of using cloud computing? Why we are using cloud computing here? Then we understood what is the meaning of region and zone. Why we are talking about technology called region and zones. What is the logic behind those technology here? Then apart from this here, then we understood what is the process of creating account, how to create account in our Azure environment. So how you can create an environment, how you can get into GCP. First, you need to log in into this Google here. First, you need to log in into Gmail here. After logging into Gmail here, then you go to the GCP Google Cloud platform here. As you'll go into this one here, then your dashboard will appear something like this. So your dashboard will appear something like this. So your dashboard will appear something like this. Now see, you have activated the full account because I have a subscription here. If I have a subscription here means it's showing me. That's why it's showing me like this here. Your budget is something like this. So my budget is something like this. So this is my thing here. And what is your project here? Project will be shown here like this. This is my, I have a total 3 project here. This is my first project here. If I'm going to the first project site, I will be able to see like this. This is my first project. Now, how to go to the dashboard here? I can get into the dashboard from here, solution side, or otherwise I can go to the dashboard from here, or otherwise I can go from all project, all product side. All product side means it will show me each end to end, all the services, whatever the services GCP is providing, depend upon management. It's like this, depend upon management, compute, storages, analytics, networking, distributed cloud, serverless, database. In all section, whatever the services GCP is providing, it will show me entire services like this here. Now let's dig a little bit into the billing section here. If I'm going to the billing section, I will see the dashboard something like this here. I will see in billing section, I'll see dashboard something like this here. So this is mine is paid account. In your case, it will be free account here. Then manage billing account. If you want to manage the billing account, you can manage the billing account here. You can click on manage billing account here like this. If you want to rename the billing account, you can rename the billing account. I am writing this is for my class billing account. I am writing like class billing account here. This is my renamed account here. So this is my class billing account here. If you want to rename, you can rename like this here. Another one, change organization. Organization means you are creating organization here means you are creating one company here. As you are creating a company here, organization here means what this organization. So there is a different process of creating organization. We are working on a project section here. If I get into this one here, I can disable the billing here. 3 dots. I can disable the billing and I can change the billing as well. Change billing, lock billing. I can disable the billing. I can change the billing. I can lock the billing as well. These things I can perform. And one more thing, very important side in GCP here, this learn tutorial. Wherever you click, whenever you click, it will display you learning tutorial here related to that certain technology here. Related to that certain technology here, you can learn from here. You can learn. If you want to read out these things, this is official being provided by the Google. You can learn these things from here. This is what we need to understand like this. Now, if I go to the report here, it will give you end-to-end analysis about your report. It will give you end-to-end report analysis of your, what it will do, it will give you end-to-end report analysis of this thing here. If I'm going to here now, report means this is created in August, this thing here. August, this is created here. In August here, forecast total, this thing here, this is created in this here. Then afterward, if I go to the cost table here, it will show me the cost table here. Cost table means it will show me the cost table, means how you can download that into a CSV file as well, means each and everything will be saved in a CSV file here. So you can see here. Another one is cost breakdown. We can see the cost breakdown here. Budget and alerts. If you want to set up the budget and alert, please configure this budget and alert section. Very, very important here. I'm creating a budget here. I'm creating a budget here. If I'm creating a budget here, means name of the budget, scope of the budget. This scope of the budget is my class. I'm writing this is my class budget here. And time range is, you can define the time range here, quarterly, yearly, custom range, or monthly, you can decide. This is very, very important. It will, you are, if you're coming under free tier, that is a different story. But if you're coming under pay as you go, in this case, please don't forget to set up the budget. It will help you to customize your thing. Now see projects here. For all projects you are setting up the budget, or you are setting up the project for only one. So that is entirely up to you, whether you are taking for all or whether you are taking only for one. Then for all the services, now you can customize the services as well, for which services you want to set up the budget, whether for the cloud logging, compute engine, networking thing, storage thing. So whatever customization you want to perform here, you can perform that customization according to your requirement. Like this, you can choose the services. For that services you can set up the budget. Now what will be the scenario based? Now your client, now see, you will have a client. So you will be working under that client, and you will be working under certain services here, and you will have a project of that particular client, and you will create a client project for, you will have a client of that particular thing. If you have a client of that, if you have a particular client and you are working for that client on a particular services, so what will be the case? So you can set up the budget according to this will be your scenario based. Now apart from this, you can set up the, now see here, this you can set up here. Next, you credit discount here, this thing you can do like this here. Class budget, this is my class budget. It will range from this, so 50-90% trigger alerts, when it will send off the trigger alerts, like this you can set up. Another one is billing export. Here you can export the billing section here. Now see, for the big query export here, what you can do, show how me this work, edit setting. You can now standard uses cost you can set up here. If you want to see, you can get into this thing here. So these things, pricing here, you can edit the setting for pricing thing here. So like this, for my project, for a data set, you can set up here, change the data set, create a new data set. If you want to create a new data set, you can create the new data set, then afterward service account, like this. Then first, what is important thing here? Report, cost table, and budgets. These three things, report, cost table, and budgets. These three things are very important here. Please set up the budget. That is first mandatory requirement here. Just understand how to set up the budget. Then afterward, you'll get here credits, cost automation, and all things. Another thing here, if you ever have done any transaction here, it will show you transaction records of end-to-end transaction record of yours. So mine is, I tried this manually, but it declined. What I did, I tried manually here, it declined. Then I tried with the networking. Uh, what I did here, I put it 1,000 rupees here. 1,000 rupees. Actually, in payment section, it had shown me this will be refunded, but as of now, this is not refunded for me, because mine is pay as you go. Mine is paid. Mine is paid version here. It's not free. So that we need to understand. You can set up the payment setting here. Customization you can do like this. Transaction record you can see from here. This is your payment account ID. This is your account payment account nickname here. So like this, how to pay. Now one more thing here, very, very important. This will be good for your future point of view. Now how this GCP will build you, means how they will charge. So you will be billed first of every month. This is the first payment method, and you will make payment automatically or manually, depending upon your payment method, whatever the payment method you are choosing. But one more case here, if your balance reaches your 2,000 rupees payment of threshold of 2,000 rupees, cap it 2,000 rupees. If your bill is above 2000 rupees, automatically your money will be deducted here from here. If you're coming under free tier, 300 USD is for free, as I said yesterday. 300 USD is for free. You no need to bother about money charging here. 300 USD will be free. But this is a scenario based here. For first month, for first of each month, they will charge money. And after, if your bill exceeds above 2000, then they will deduct the money. Then another one is you can choose the payment method here. This is the payment method you can see here. You can add or remove a payment method at any moment of the time. Please notice this. You can add or remove payment method at any moment of time. If you want to add the payment method as per the client. Now see, as I said, your client will change as per a project per project. So your account will remain same. If your client is giving account, that is a different story. But if you are using company's account, means your account will be same all time. You will have a many client. If you have a many client here, means you will add a card detail here. What you'll do, you'll add the credit card or debit card. You'll add this card details things from here. You can change these details here whenever you want. Very, very important here. Then afterward, if you'll go to the account management session here, you can see the account management here. This will be very, very important here. Rename the billing account, close one here. As I said, you can do this thing. Disable the billing at any moment of time. You can disable the billing. You can change the billing. You can lock the billing. So like this. But this disable, change and lock billing will be possible if your account doesn't have any running project. In that case, what do you need to do? In that case, you need to delete that running project. So this is what. So what is the takeaway from here? Please create one budget for this one and be familiar with these things here. Please create one budget. That will be our first and foremost necessity. Then how to go, how I'm navigating from one place to another. Another thing here, if you're using something quite frequently, that will be pinned one. Pinned one means you can see here, those will be pinned one here. If you want to unpin, you just click on this one here, it will be unpinned. So like this, familiarity with the dashboard will be very important. If I'm going to the all product section here now, what I'm doing, I'm going to the all product section here. Let's create a virtual machine here. In our case, what will be there? Compute services, that is called compute engine here. So what is the requirement? Means what requirement what we need to create our, what we required to create our virtual machine? What are the things we require to create our virtual machine? Now see, if I go to create instances, now see here. So like this, please keep your eye here as well. You people need to keep your eye here as well. As I said, familiarity with the dashboard like this. Import BM, what we can do, we can import existing BM. If we have existing BM, where into this account, we can import that. That is the first thing. Of course, we can create a BM here, virtual machine here, like a server, I can say, right? Something like EC2 or in Azure, this is called virtual machine. Here also it's called virtual machine here. Name, what name you want to give, entirely up to you. What name you want to give here, that is entirely up to you here. Instances, this is the number of instances here. I'm keeping like this here. I'm not making more changes here, so I don't want to make you people confused. This is my name here, and which region I want to host my virtual machine here. One question here, virtual machine comes under which services? Help me please. Virtual machine comes under which services? Yas, Pias or Sias?
Pass.
Sorry. Under which
Platform as
services?
a service.
Virtual machine comes under which services? Please try.
Platform as a service.
No. Because we are creating each and everything from the scratch, right? If you're creating each and everything from the scratch, means which services are that? Infrastructure as a services, right? We are creating infrastructure from the scratch, right? So if you're creating infrastructure from the, if you're creating infrastructure from the scratch here, in that case, what will be the case here? In that case, what is the case here? That comes under, yes, infrastructure as a services. Now here, what is the, so now see this, we need to notice here where, which place we are hosting here, which region we are hosting here. That we need to notice from here. Which region we are hosting here. So that you can choose. Now zone here you can choose here. Now Under US Central 1 here, if I'm taking here, under US Central 1, how many zones are there? 4. Under 4 zones are there. I'm hosting in one of the region here. How much monthly it's going to cost me? It's going to cost me this much here. Then this one is very, very important here. These are your instance type, server type. Which type of server you are going to take here? How will decide? This is presented very systematically here in our GCP environment. If you are looking for general purpose here, you will go with the EC2. If you are looking for practice purpose, please stay with the E2. Don't go beyond that. If you're staying with them, if you're practicing this thing here, please stay with this one here. If you're looking for compute optimize here, high performance computing workload, if you're looking for, then you go with this category here. So you don't need to worry here which which falls under compute services, which fall under memory. So in AWS and Azure here, we need to know actually under which services, under which is compute optimized, which is memory optimized, which is storage optimized, or which is GPU here. So like this, we need to see. But here, each and everything is divided into systematically here. Whichever you want, you can choose that. Memory optimized, if you're looking for, these are the memory optimized category here, which can see. Storage optimize, if you're looking for, then you can go for Z3 category here. Then if you're looking for GPUs here, you can get into this one here. Now see, as I'm switching from here to there, now see my price is going beyond this. Now see my price is going up as well. Now it's changing here. By default, it's taking here. Please be careful here. Sometime what you'll do here, you'll just click here, you'll move. You'll try next process here. Please keep your eye on the costing side as well. Now you need to keep your eye here as well. Now see, if you are taking by default M2 here, this much is going to cost you. So means they are not going to charge you money here. But problem here will be, what will be the problem here? If you are taking this one here, problem here will be you are coming with the 300 USD limitation. So that we need to consider here. Then what I'm doing, I'm getting with the general purpose E2 here. It's going to cost me only 25.46 USD per month. This is going to cost me this month. Now we are taking machine. Now what we are doing here, machine type. What machine type we are taking here? BCPU 1 to 2 BCPU, one shared core here, 4 GB of, can say like a shared memory here. Like this. If you want to custom, you can customize this thing here. Like this, you can change from here. Like this, entirely up to you. You can change here. BCPU 1 core, 2 core, memory, you can change from here. If you want to change, you can change. So graphics are little better compared to other two. So like this, of course, every cloud technology will come with some plus or minus here. Like this. Another one here, provision model here. How you are provisioning here, either spot, either for this, either you can choose a standard one, either you can choose for spot one. For fault tolerant workload here, otherwise ideal for most workload. Please keep with the standard here, don't change. Now say here, what is saying here? E2 instance is required, spot provision model to terminate your BM or host maintenance. He is giving us this thing here. Then apart from this thing here, what I'm doing here, now apart from this here, now see, now if you want to deploy this, will understand container services. As I said, container as a services. Now suppose you have a container here. Now if you want to deploy container into this virtual machine, you can deploy from here. This is one of the things you can perform here. Another one, boot disk. Which disk you are taking? You're taking a 10 gig. We will get into this disk type as well. We will get into the storage type as well. Now boot disk here. Now which type we are taking? We are taking balanced persistence disk. We are taking balanced persistent disk here. Image equal to, we are taking a Debian 1, Linux 12. If you want to change, you just click on here. You can change that. You can customize or you can change as per your requirement. Then apart from this here, allow access, allow scope here, allow the default access, allow full access to all APIs. So allow access, you can customize the access. Then firewall rule. Firewall rule means whom to allow access or whom not to allow. By default, it will block inbound traffic. Now, if I'm talking about firewall here, firewall will by default block inbound traffic here. So how you are going to do? Allow HTTP here, allow HTTPS here, allow health check for your load balancer here. Like this, you can select as per your requirement. This will be entirely up to your requirement. Now we are deploying, what we are doing? We are deploying web apps in our server here, whatever the server I am creating. If I'm creating web apps or app services in this server here, then what we need to do, we need to allow HTTP hypertext transfer protocol here, or if that is a secured protocol, we can allow HTTPS hypertext transfer protocol things here. So like this we can allow. Another one is, if you want to observability here, now if you want to install this thing here, so like this you can install these things here. Like this it will customize this thing here. So like this you can, what you can do, like this you can customize, you can do a plus or minus here. What is saying, we need to spot instances here. Don't take a standard one, actually it will not take standard one for E2 category. That's why this is a requirement here. Do you people knows what is the spot instances? Anyone knows what is the spot instances? Here this is called preemmitable. Okay, please understand, this is called preemmitable VM. Preemmitable VM or spot instances. Anyone there? I shared with you people what is spot instances.
Yeah, as per the bidding, the instance
Right.
will be given.
Yeah, as per the bidding, instances will be given. Here it's called preemptible VM. Now, what is the negative point of these things here? It can be taken at any moment of the time. If now suppose Pramod is bidding more than me. If you're bidding more than me, means what will be the case? Immediately that instances will go to the Pramod, not to me. Right? Will not stay to me. That is a limitation. But if we are learning on a study purpose, we are using, say, now see pricing. Where is 25 USD and where is 10 USD? Right? 15 USD, almost 15 USD difference here. Like this you can take. Now, why I'm taking this one? Because the machine I'm taking, the machine type I'm taking, it will support only spot instances. It will not take this one here. That's why, that is the reason I'm taking this one. Otherwise, will not take these things here. So if I want to install the monitoring thing here, I can install the monitoring thing here. And another thing here, I'm doing zone equal to, I can choose zone as well here. This is my class VM here, right? I'm writing a class VM here. Right, this. If I go to the advanced section here, I will be able to see the networking thing here. So this why it's not showing me create form is loading. Sometime, actually, if you are doing performing first time here, it will take some time to load here. Form is loading here. I need to refresh here. This is the problem with the graphical user interface GUI. Now see what I'm doing here. I'm creating this thing, whatever I'm keeping by default here, E2. Okay, I'm keeping this here standard. Okay, I'm taking this one here, E2 medium here, one core here, preset, not changing. Then afterward, confidential deployer. If I, as I said, if I want to deploy the container, I can deploy the container. Not going to the spot here, allow access here. I can enable the firewall here. Not required, but just for, you can select, you can deselect or select as per your choice. Like this, if you want to set up the this here, you can set up like this. This is how you create a virtual machine here. It's very simple. This is how you create a virtual machine. Now see here, external IP, right? External IP means there is two things here, internal IP and external IP. What is internal IP and external IP? External means public, internal means private one. And this we have to understand from here. External means public one, internal means private one. So it will take some time to create the instances here. Now, if you go get into this thing here, now if I go here, now you can see here, these three dots will be very, very important in a GCP here. Wherever you'll find these three dots here, it means there will be leads for your next process like this, it will be created. If I get into this one here like this will be created here. Now see, you can start your BM here, BM, so it can't be stopped. So you can stop, suspend, restart. You can do these things from here. Now see, if I'm not clicking here, nothing is coming. If I'm clicking here means these things are coming here. So we need to be familiar with these things here. Now, if I'm going to more action session here, now see, I can stop, I can suspend, reset, delete, reset here, delete here, create a group based on BM here. These things I can perform here. If you want to view the logs and monitoring here, you can view the log and monitoring. Familiarity with the dashboard here. Now, another thing here, if I'm going to my BM thing here, whatever the BM I have created. So like this, it will give me very descriptive thing about this thing here. If I want to get into this details, SSH here, like this. So observability here, like this I can do here. Now it will show me end-to-end information about my virtual machine here, like this. Machine configuration is what, networking is what, firewall is what, network interface NIC is what. So boot storage is what. So this each and everything will be shown here in our this thing. Then another one here, if I'll go to the instances now, another thing here, it will be a disk here. Now what will be there? I try to, I think, okay. Still he didn't. Yesterday I did a credit card here, but still he didn't take. I need to talk to their customer care. So now if I go to the disk type here, if I'll go to the disk type here, now you'll see the disk type here. Now see, what is the disk type here? This is attached. Now see, this disk is attached with the my instance here. What is the disk here? This is my instance name. This is my disk here. If you go to this section here, these small things are very important. Now see, if you want to create a snapshot, what is the meaning of creating a snapshot? Creating a snapshot of your disk means anyone there? Anyone have idea?
Backups.
Yeah, of course, we are creating a backup of disk, right? And this backup, what we can do? This backup we can attach to our, right? Another, this attach. If I want to attach this, now see, I'll create a backup of this disk, right? If I want to attach this snapshot to the other, I can do that. Now this is what. Now keep your eye here. Now see, create a snapshot. We can create an image of this one. We can clone a disk. We can create a secondary disk as well. So like this operation we can perform here in this. If you want to create a disk, you can create a disk here. This is the other thing. This comes under story side here. Now see, if you want to create the disk, you can create a disk here. Name, description, which zone you want to keep it. Single zone or regional here. Or which region you are hosting here. Now one more thing here. If you are creating this, I am creating this disk here. If I'm creating this disk here means, of course, I'm going to attach this disk in the future with any instances. If I am going to attach this disk with the instances here, please host this. Please create this disk within that particular region itself. Okay, please do that. Like this, you can customize the size here. We'll get into this one here. I'll show you people what these things are. So, okay, I'll get into this one. So you people need to understand how the things is like. Now I went into the BM instances here. As I went into the BM instances, it will give me one virtual machine is created with this thing here. Let's connect. Now this is the connection type here. What we can do here, I can open the browser window here. This one is very good. If you want to use the third party SSH, you can use the third party SSH. If you want to use the Google Cloud with your machine, if you want to access your machine by using B Cloud, G Cloud here, you can use the command line as well. You can open the browser window using providing SSH here. You can do that. You can open browser window or custom port here like this you can do. But this pay is very good one here. So here it's a user interface is much better than other AI. Now see what is doing. Transferring SSH key to the BM here is connecting our virtual machine here straight away. So whatever the virtual machine we have created, authorize please. Yes. What we are performing here, we are authorizing here. What we are performing here, we are authorizing here like this. Now see, this is my virtual machine, BMI. So what I'll do here, I'll do a sudo. So what I'll do here, I'll do ls here. If I do ls here, it will show me this one here. LL will not work here. See, Sometime this LL will work, sometime this LL will not work. As I said, another alternate way of this one is ls-e. Same. This is my user profile, right? If I want to go to the home directory, user home directory, if I do ls, these are by default user home directory, right? If I do ls-la, see, these are by default virtual file system of our machine, right? This is our machine. So whatever the task you want to perform in your machine, you can perform in your machine. But as I said so many time, I stressed so many time, whenever you are connecting the machine, please select right image. What I meant by image or AMI here, machine image means operating system. According to the operating system, we will be able to customize our further process, further thing here. Now like this, I will be able to perform from here. If you want to upload the file, you can upload the file from here. Now see, if you want to choose the file, you can choose the file from here. This is one of the plus feature here, what we have. If you want to upload the file, you can upload the file here. Now see. So like this, you can do. You can do a download the file. You can do this thing here. Familiarity with the dashboard will be very, very important here. Another thing here, please understand one more thing. Now see, it's not, there is no only one way of creating the virtual machine here. If I'm talking about virtual machine here, there is no only one way of creating the virtual machine. What we can do, we can create the virtual machine. If I'm talking about BM here, we can create the virtual machine by using the templates also. There is other way of creating the virtual machine as well, templates. Now see, what we can do, we can create the instance template here. This is another way. Tomorrow I'll show you people this way actually, how you can create by using the template way here. There will be a pre-existing template. From that template, what you can do, from that template, you can create the virtual machine now. So like this, you can connect the virtual machine and whatever you want to perform in this virtual machine, you can perform the virtual machine here. If I'm going to the, now see, instances template means from the template, we can create the virtual machine, machine image here. We have a machine image here. If you want to create your own machine image, you can create your own machine image as well here. Now see, like this, you can post your name, description, you can write. Like this, you can do these things here. Like this, what kind of encryption you are looking for image here, you can do that. So like this. So there are many things here in this virtual machine section. But please create one virtual machine here, familiarity with the dashboard. Now see, if you want to import the VM here, import VM here, migrate to the virtual machine here. Begin import. If you want to import here, you can import. So like this, you can perform here. Import section if you want to import here. So now see, migrate to the virtual machine here. You need to enable this VM migration here. Whenever you are going to take anything here, you need to start these things from here. Need to enable these APIs. So like this. So create a credential here, like this you can do. This will be this thing here. If you want to go to the library credentials here, like this. But as for today, don't get more complicated. Don't be more complicated. Please create one account. If you don't have any account here, get into this one here. Okay, please create one virtual machine here. Just work little bit on that virtual machine. This is what external IP is, and please be familiar with the dashboard here. You knows the concept actually, you knows the concept already, but problem here will be familiarity with the dashboard. Problem here will not be creating the virtual machine. You can create the virtual machine. I feel this much talented you have now, this much knowledge you have now, but you need to create virtual machine. And please see end-to-end component. What are the component got created here? What are the component got created here? If you want to see the screenshot things here, you can see there is nothing, we are not taking anything. So like this. Any questions here? This is simple, but familiarity with the dashboard, as I said, right? Any question here? Vishwa, any question? Or any other person, any question here? We are working under my project one. Under my project one, I have created virtual machine. People left at the meeting. Yeah. Any question here? Please practice these two things here. Billing, first one is billing, second one is virtual machine, VM side. Okay. Then I'll catch you people tomorrow. If you promote any questions, Abdullah.
No, all good.
Yeah. And please try to create account using credit card or debit card. Okay. Please don't do that because he blocked my 1000 rupees. Okay. So in statement, he said actually he'll refund that. Let's see. But as of now, he's not refunded. Please create using debit card or credit card. It will be helpful for us. Okay, guys, I'll catch you people tomorrow. Please practice this much. Please practice. Okay, take care.
Thank you, Pawan.
Yeah, thank you, Vishwa. Thank you, everyone.